Hi, it's Jen.
And Terry.
And welcome to Coffee Talk.
Happy New Year.
So we just wanted to recap what happened in 2022 within our business, personal life, and the market, and talk about what predictions are for 2023.
Yeah, so 2022 was quite a year. Let's talk about the market first. Starting in March of 2022, the Bank of Canada started to raise the interest rates, and so we saw us. And they probably should have started earlier, but they started when they started, and we saw the interest slowly climb over the summer, and we went from that really a crazy seller's market into we're still actually technically in a seller's market, but it's moved into a more balanced market. So 21, 22, early 22, we saw these bids going way over, and people overbidding by 100,000, 150,000 in some cases. Very few conditions, and that really settled down. By the end of 2022. We're still seeing the competitive bids, just not more around the list price and starting to see conditions of selling a home. So
which is nice.
Yeah, and so that was really the market in 2022. We had a great year. For us, the Ames team has moved into our new office.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do a tour of the Ames team office. So it's our first full year in the office, and we had a golf tournament for our charity, the Terry Ames Care Fund, which we hadn't had in 5 years. So it was nice to get back to doing that. And
it was fun to see a lot of faces we hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, and we raised almost $18,000 for the charity, and we had a great time.
That's
doing
wonderful.
it. Yeah.
And we also had our first IMAX that we had since before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so popular, and so many people were so happy to get together. And it was nice to see our clients and families and, finally be able to give them a hug. And
it was just nice to get everybody together in one spot.
Yeah, and we always enjoy that IMAX video.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So what's happening in 2023? Well, everybody's asking us about the market. Where is it going? Nobody really knows, but all signs are that the economy is slowing. The interest rates have really had their effect. Many people are predicting a slight recession, and so overall, that has affected the housing prices. One of the big factors has been the international money. So we had the tax, the 20% and the 25% tax on international buyers. Now there's a complete ban on someone that's not a permanent resident on purchasing a home in Canada, and that is really going to affect things in 2023. Especially in places like Toronto and Vancouver, where those are real entry points for international people. They're expecting double-digit drops in prices, which is it hurts, but it's a good thing because the prices were just way too high. In smaller places like Sudbury and smaller communities are not expecting as deep a drop in prices. Sudbury is actually in a good position because our economy is pretty strong. The mines are going well. The precious metals and nickel prices are strong. CRA is still hiring. The hospital network is still bringing in new doctors and hiring nurses. So overall, our economy is strong, and that we're immune to a recession. But I think we're not going to see a dramatic drop. And we still have people moving here. So people come from Southern Ontario who want a better lifestyle and more affordability, and so that helps Sudbury and also everyone thinks that we're going into a buyer's market, which I don't think we're going to hit because the inventory is still so low, and we're seeing basically less people selling. So there's less opportunity to buy a house, or there's less housing available because in the past families would go 2 or 3 or 4 homes. You start with a starter home and your second home and your third home. now people are skipping the first home and going right into that second home, which they might be in for 10 to 15 years. So it just means there's just less, a smaller amount of houses being sold. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and we want to talk about, the Ames team and what we're up to this year.
Well, I know we have a family day fun event that we're working on planning.
Stay tuned.
And we have another IMAX event coming for our clients, which, we love that.
Yeah. So that's April 16th. And we're still working on the movie for that.
Yeah. And we have a big draw coming up.
Yeah. So the cancer support draw, this will be our 5th draw. Mm-hmm. And with Crosstown Chevrolet, it'll be launched in July 20th to be exact. And we're going to be doing a 2023 Colorado.
Nice.
And it's a new model coming out. And so we're going to be working on that the next few months, getting all the prizes in order and getting that launch all set.
Yeah. So what I love about the draw, and you always say it best, about the Sudbury families.
Yeah. Well, so it's a local draw, supporting local families that are going through cancer.
Yeah.
And the Terry Ames Care Fund was set up to help families going through cancer. And so having all these local businesses supporting us with prizes and selling tickets, it's really, brings the community together. Mm-hmm. And so we always say it's not just about the money that we raise, it's the support and the hope that we offer to these families that are going through this ordeal.
Yeah, I know I've always said with Sudbury, whenever there's a call out for help, Sudbury always, rises to the challenge. So
So
we look forward to doing that.
Yeah. So and there's so much more happening, and looking forward to 2023 and connecting with our friends and family and clients, and we'll keep you posted with our events. We just sent out a survey just to get feedback from our clients.
So look in your emails to see if you got it, and you have a chance to win one of 5 different prizes.
Yeah, local restaurants is all about local. Yeah. And we have lots of great talks coming up. We're going to talk about negotiations. We have some different people coming to do interviews from the city, talking about secondary suites. And lots of great, a lawyer coming, lots of great information. So stay tuned for Coffee with Terry and Jen.
Yeah, and we're finishing up our winter magazine, so you'll be hearing more about that.
That'll be in the mail next week.
All right, bye.
Bye. Join us next week.